EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Tennessee Titans and the Indianapolis Colts. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now the first carry here for Todd Gurley. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Here's Hurts to throw. Flushed out right. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That one good for 26 and a first down. Opening carry of the game for Cordero Patterson. Able to push forward for about 4 down to the 37.
He's brought down at the 37.
Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. On the carry, and he'll get 3 down to the 34-yard line.
The ball carried by
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
3-yard pickup, and it's 3rd down.
From the gun, it's Hurts. The Colts D sticking to their assignments, and that brings up 4th.
You absolutely have to have this early on, right? 3rd and short, they elect to throw for it, and that's normal NFL football. They're going to throw on 3rd and short, but you've got to hit it, don't you?
Yeah, in the first quarter, like you said, to set the tone, can't connect there. They're going on 4th down with Hurts. Got his connection complete to Ruggs, and they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. The conversion is successful with a sizable gain of 13, and the decision to go for it looks like a smart one. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Darnell Mooney, the target there. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Flush to his right. Got a man, and it's taken in for a Titans touchdown. Cole Kmet, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Titans take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. And this is good. Our score, 7-0 Tennessee.
Titans 7, Colts 0.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will make it into the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
25-yard line.
They'll run. This is Jonathan Taylor. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Here's Jackson. And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14.
38-yard line.
Another try after the first down sack. Jackson eluding the pressure right. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Off the play fake, here's Jackson. On the move to his left. He'll run it. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score. You give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace. One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson. And able to find Kirk complete. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. Nice 3rd down conversion and even 20 yards. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. On the draw is Taylor. And he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
At the 12-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
They go play action with Jackson. That's complete right around the 8. And the Colts are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as he's out of bounds at the 2. 1st and goal and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. So they gave up the early touchdown. This has been a pretty good response. Nice drive, taking it down 1st and goal.
And I know all the cliches jump in, right? Don't get away from your game plan too early. Make sure you're settled down. Don't panic. But it's all true, isn't it? Because otherwise, you get out of what you plan to do during the game, and it's still early. Don't get crazy because you gave one up. Just respond as you just noted.
All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down. They'll look to run with Taylor. And he gets halfway there, down to the 1-yard line. Only a yard that time, so now a decision to be made here on 4th and goal. Henderson going to run for it, and he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Darrell Henderson, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Colts are an extra point away from tying up this football game. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the 1st quarter, and we're tied 7-7. These two teams all tied after 1. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball.
He's got daylight. He's at the 30.
If you were me,
touchdown Titans. Darnell Mooney, 78 yards. And the Titans have taken the lead. Well, that's a heck of a response to regain the lead after we had seen the touchdown to tie the game.
I would say what we just saw there was a great amount of poise, because typically when teams tie the game up, it's a little bit of a, how would you say, you kind of take a step back and have to get yourself regrouped. They regrouped in a hurry, didn't they? They attacked back after they'd been tied.
And in a big way, that was a statement-long touchdown. Good starting field position for the Colts as they have it 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. They'll run with Taylor. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 31 yards there and a 1st down. Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. That is caught inside the 5. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Robert Tonyan, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Colts are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Point after, right down the middle. And we've got a tie game here, a back-and-forth first half. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. That one good for 10 yards. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
Brings up 3rd and inches.
They'll try and pick it up by running the option to the right. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. First down, Titans, gain of 12.
Titans, first down.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Got an open man. It's Ruggs. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
It's a gain of 8.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch. Good for 8 yards. A shotgun handoff to Patterson. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. Hurts sets up to throw it. He'll let this go deep for caught at the 6-yard line. Touchdown, Titans.
Touchdown, Tennessee.
Henry Ruggs, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Titans are going to take the lead. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. We have witnessed touchdowns on back-to-back drives. We'll see if the offense can continue this uptick here.
And I know you're looking at me funny. You're wondering when I'm going to get upset watching these guys go up and down field, aren't you?
I wasn't looking at you. I got something in my eye.
That's the excuse that you always use for something like that. Listen, I appreciate good offensive football as much as the next person. When it's played well and is skillful, I'm with it. And right now, this is exciting.
Oh, the defender likes it. That one good for 26 and a first down. And the Titans going to signal for a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked by Jeff Gladney. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there.
39.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Being chased out left. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. Hurts. And he comes back with one complete. Hurts. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
What terrifies defenses when they see slant routes thrown is that the receiver is on the move, and oftentimes he catches it and gets upfield. Does a really nice job rallying to him and stopping him for a minimal gain.
Throwing is Hurts. And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first.
19.
That gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs. On 1st down, it's Patterson, and he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Now Tennessee going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half.
1st down.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. Flushed out right. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee.
Touchdown.
A big play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Titans are able to extend their lead. And he knocks it through.
Makes the score Titans 28, Colts 14. Justin
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. From the 10. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. First half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive?
Well, I've been told by my coaches previously that the intelligent approach, go ahead and run out the clock and start over. Don't make any more mistakes. But there's also something to understanding that you got this last drive here. You get the ball to start the 2nd half. Try and go 2 for 1 here. Get some points now and come out of the locker room and get more points again and get your momentum really built up.
Now the Colts going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Well, that 2nd down completion, something of a disaster, and now they're left with 3rd and long. Jackson from the shotgun. Flush to his right. And that is incomplete.
2 things you can do in that situation. Run it and punt the football or try and take your shot at getting the first down. They chose the latter, but they'll have to punt all the same.
And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. Pushing his way through. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And it'll be Titan football. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now the Titans will use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. They'll throw on 1st down with Hurts. And he'll complete this one to Patterson. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Four yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Sliding out of the pocket. They'll try and run it. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. Hurts dangerous when he runs that football. He's got a first.
Down Titans.
So even though it's 1st down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. It'll be spotted on the right hash. A 52-yard attempt. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. So a big play before the end of the half to get them into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. He's going to sling this deep down, and that's caught inside the 35.
Don't worry about it, baby.
Touchdown, Indianapolis. A big play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Colts are able to draw a bit closer.
The kick is good.
And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation, knowing when it exists to go to it. They did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you have strung that out just a few plays? Give us a break. Back out there.
Hey, man, give that water break and get on out there and play.
They're going to start the drive here on the ground with Patterson. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd.
Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Kmet.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
And the Titans.
But 1st down, Hurts. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. Getting the sack, the 227-pound linebacker, Quan Alexander. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Cordero Patterson, the one he was hoping to get it to. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
3rd down.
They go play action with Hurts. Buying time, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Tech McKinley made his way into the backfield.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long. Why are you calling play action?
Because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play-action sack. A big boot that time. 57 yards, the official distance. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Line of scrimmage. A loss of 2.
On 2nd and 12, Jackson. That's complete to Jonathan Taylor out of the backfield. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
That's it.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a 3rd down.
From the gun on third down, Jackson. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Mullen, and they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Play action. Here's Hurts. He'll buy some time right. This is caught inside the 15. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. A gain of 32 that time. They'll run on first down. Patterson. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's second and 8 at the 10-yard line.
Off the play fake. Here's Hurts. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Henry Ruggs, the intended receiver. And it's third down.
It's third down. And 8 yards to go.
Here's Hurts to throw. Eluding the pressure right. But I think the ball's out, and this is going to kick out of bounds. Boy, a fortunate bounce or two there. They'll keep possession back inside the 10-yard line. No doubt they were hoping for 7 points out of this drive, CD. The good news, they could at least salvage 3 because that ball went bouncing out of bounds.
Yeah, how about the bounce that they got? They kept them in field goal range. You're exactly right. They get a chance to get 3 points out of it and not cost themselves.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
They go play action now. Jackson got a man. It's Tanyan complete. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. From the gun, Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. The escapability in evidence there is that one good for 15 and a first. So first and 10 now from the 30.
First and 10 at the 30-yard line.
From the gun, it's Jackson. Flushed out right. He's going to take off with it. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Back now in Indianapolis. It's the Colts, so they've got the football, but they've got work to do, trailing here as we begin the fourth quarter. First and 10, Taylor now. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. 2 yards the loss, second and 12. On second and 12, Jackson. Forced out to his left. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. It's picked up by the Titans. Think about it, Charles. This is not a quarterback that's used to running the football a lot. In that time, he was loose with it, had it knocked free.
He always has to think to himself that there's always going to be traffic around because of what you just said. Not that elusive, not going to get into the open field very often. Remember, he's not Lamar Jackson, not Michael Vick back in the day. Always has to protect the football because there's always going to be people around.
Complete.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Second down, here's Hurts. He'll let this go deep for... This is caught inside the 15. And he'll be taken down, but first he gets deep into Indianapolis territory.
First down, Tennessee.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Quan Alexander able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. On second down now, it's Patterson. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. That'll get a little bit back, give him 5 on the run, and they'll be left with a 3rd and 13. Once more, they turn to Patterson, and he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down. So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today.
A 28-yard attempt.
Tucker's kick is good, and that will swell the lead to 16. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
25-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word.
Oh, for the 3rd time, Jackson going to be intercepted. Anthony Averett picks it. Both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch-counter-punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time, the big swing was taken, and it didn't land. Nice play by them on defense.
And the Titans are going to be set up with a 1st and goal as good running gets them down to about the 4-yard line. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line.
This is where coaches have to have spent a lot of time going over situations with their players, because him getting tackled there is not the worst thing in the world. You're going to run more plays, right? Clock's going to go. But his thought process is getting into the end zone. It's counterintuitive for him to actually go down in this spot.
Yeah, but like you say, you don't want to get in the end zone too early here.
No, not at all, because you may leave an opening that could come back and get you.
From the gun, it's Hurts. Steps away to his left. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
So they'll turn to the kicker again. He's been a busy man thus far. This to make it a 3-score game late. And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And that will make this now a 19-point advantage. 21. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Flush to his right. Now he'll pull it down. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. The improv act there, good for 9. And now they'll be looking at a 3rd and short, 3rd and 1. On 3rd and 1, Jackson. Open man is Taylor. He's got it. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts.
That's good.
As they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down. Another incomplete pass there. What do you take from this game offensively?
Well, you know it's tough to really analyze for them because it is a team game, right? And let's be honest, though. The defense did them no favors in this one at all. Offense actually moved the ball, So, bottom line, film session, defense is going to be a real tough one for them. Offense, they'll get a little bit of praise.
Expect this from the visiting team when playing indoors, but not the home team.
They're supposed to get all the advantages, right? The home crowd's supposed to help them. They forgot where they were, perhaps.
A false start backs them up 5, 1st and 15. Operating from the gun, Jackson. That'll be caught by his tight end, Ian Thomas. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A good pickup there, 21 yards. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, Jackson. Now a desperation throw deep downfield.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
Jackson now on 2nd and 10, eluding the pressure right. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Darquez Denard, and he will return this one to the 30-yard line. Now it looks like he'll throw here. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Tack McKinley picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Gurley. Rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40.
He's brought down at the 39-yard line.